While all of us are drowning in AI, literally drowning in AI with the number of tools that are available, with the options that are available for a marketer, for a business owner, for anybody who is generally an AI enthusiast to go ahead and start doing something with AI to turn around their business or to build a following or to do anything for that matter on the internet, it is important that we stay amidst all the action where AI is changing landscape and AI is changing one thing at a time. Now, there are a lot of things we did in the past. We spoke about paid ads, we spoke about video ads, we spoke about social media, we spoke about getting viral, going viral on social media. But if you look at it, the buck stops at, I mean, for some reason, when you look around and see, people eventually start talking about generating content on the internet using AI, and that is where it stops. And people, most of them, unless you are a business who is aggressively playing with AI day in, day out, you don't venture beyond that. And the end point, at some point, the end point for some reason becomes the content creation aspect using AI. But today, as we speak, content creation has just become a norm. It is no longer cool to go ahead and to go create content using AI. It is a standard. That has become a standard where it is not. There is nothing cool about creating content anymore. So what is cool then? What is cool now, rather, is going ahead and providing experiences that are thoughtful, that are important, that makes the user's journey memorable, or for the lack of a better word, or seamless, and to make sure you map the customer's journey. And using personalization is the key. Now, what does that mean? That's a whole lot of things put into a sentence, right? So what does customer journey mean? What does mapping his journey mean? Or what does personalizing his journey mean? Now, any action that a user or a lead or anybody who is visiting your website or your social media, any action that he takes, it starts from the point in time he or she has visited your property, web property, which could be a website or a social media profile or a piece of video that is circulating around, to the point in time he performs what you wanted him to do, whether it is a sign up, whether it is a subscription, whether it is a conversion, whether it is a sale, whether it is a page view. The whole journey from the point in time he visited you to the point in time he took the desired action that you wanted is the customer journey. Now, along the customer journey, not all stages are the same. When he first visited your website, he's in a different mindset. He's looking for something else. Now, if that changes the moment he moves to a consideration phase, that moves when he's still in the research phase, that changes when he's considering buying your product, but then he's looking for some sort of discount. So if you look at it, at each of these, there are different stages in the customer journey. Now, while he's on this journey, giving him what he needs in a tailored fashion at each of these stages is called as customer journey mapping. Now, how do you do seamless customer journey mapping? How do you execute that? You execute that by personalizing this journey for him or her. Now, what does that mean? That means that giving him or her exactly what they need, what helps them at that point in time to move to the next level. When he has visited a website, the thing that he would want to be talking about is, hey, do you want to be a part of a community where we share deals frequently? Now, that is some sort of incentive for them to go ahead and become a part of that group. When they become a part of that group, now you will start nurturing them by providing all the help that they need, or any assistance or any cool tips and tricks that you can share. Now, the nurturing process goes on for a while until you hit a spot where you have something to offer to them, which is a great deal, and then they either take it or leave it. If they take it, fine. If they don't take it, you try and work around ways to get that. So at each of these stages, you're personalizing them, you're personalizing this journey for them. Now, by personalizing the journey, most of us understand or incorrectly understand personalization just means that going ahead using their name. That's not all. All right. So true personalization means you give them what they want by understanding the stage of the journey they're at, and you try and give them whatever will help them get to the next level. That is true personalization. So, for example, let's take the Amazon's use case, for example. All of us would have had this experience, or Netflix for that matter. Now, when you have a Netflix account, when your brother, when your wife, when your spouse, when your kid, when your father, mother, anybody has a Netflix account, when you look at their Netflix account or Amazon account, and when you look at your Amazon account, do you see this is what is shown on my Amazon screen a couple of hours ago? But is it true that my wife also may see the same thing, or my kid also may see the same thing? There is no guarantee. What do they see? they see things depending upon their behaviors. They see things that they have been browsing, that they have been purchasing, that they have been considering to purchase. So this is personalization. This is not something which is applicable to everybody and I'm just seeing it because I'm a user. This is my own journey, right? These results are a result of are caused by my journey in the past, my browsing behavior in the past, the products I checked out in the past, the products I bought in the past, the way I have interacted with Amazon in the past. So this journey is personal to me and to me only. So that is what is actually actual personalization means, and this is what it looks like. Now, how does it work? This is not just true for Amazon. This is true for a lot of other things, whether it is Amazon, Netflix, or anything that you buy, purchase, interact with on the internet today. This is how journeys are personalized. Thanks to AI, you're able to do it at scale. Millions and millions of users across Amazon will see millions of personalized journeys, which is very personal to them. How can Amazon, led by, let's say, 1,000, 10,000 people team across the globe, handle this if they were doing it manually? They're not doing it manually. This is what AI personalization does. It gives you the power, it gives you the capability to go ahead and personalize everybody's journey at scale, which means there is not one-to-one mapping that's happening here. So how does this work? This uses technologies like machine learning, predictive analytics, NLP, and recommendation engines, just to name a few. And what they do is they learn from your behavior and delivers relevant results or information accordingly. As you saw, this is not just a result of day one on Amazon, right? So this has been a consolidated decision and prediction that Amazon's AI has made to go ahead and show these things on my Amazon account based upon my previous patterns. So that is done through machine learning. Predictive analytics anticipates future customer actions based upon your past data. So what have I done in the past? I checked out a wall clock in the past. I checked out a mic in the past. I checked out a few bulbs in the past, a few lights in the past, a few mice, a few keyboards. So based upon those things is what I see here today on Amazon. Now, natural language processing customizes content based on user preferences and tone, right? I'll come to that in a second. Recommendation engines suggest products, content, services based on browsing or purchase history. Now, speaking about NLP, for all you know, if I have chosen this product and if I added this to my cart and if I don't do anything about it, if there is a drop in the pricing, let's say after 2 days, I'm going to send an email. I'm going to get an email from Amazon which is customized with my first name. And it also will say, we know you have been checking out this product, and just in case you're wondering, there is a 10% drop because of whatever offer, and then you can go ahead and purchase. Now that is personalizing using NLP, where it customizes the content, the emails based upon my preferences and my tone and my details, right? So recommendations, I don't need to tell you this, based upon your previous purchases, previous behavior. When you buy something, they are going to go ahead and start giving you recommendations about what else can you buy and how else can you add more to the cart, right? So this is how personalization works. Now, this is something which is not Latin. Everybody understands this, right? Now, briefly, if I have to give you an overview of what kind of personalization tools that businesses employ, broadly, these are the most often discussed things when it comes to personalization. We speak about recommendation engines, where Amazon uses certain mechanisms to recommend products based upon your browsing and purchase history. Netflix, looking at your viewing history and depending upon what you have been viewing and what series or what shows you have been watching, will go ahead and start finding patterns and show you similar things. This is something that we keep discussing all the time, right? Now, there are some websites where you go ahead and look at a product on the Amazon US website, and you get shown those websites and they say that you're from India, do you want to go to the India website, right? So those kind of dynamic content that is being personalized is also happening on via dynamic content personalization, where any adjust or app gets adjusted to and it just adjusts itself based upon your data, your behavior in the past. Now, email personalization, there's nothing else to describe here, because emails have become so personal today that they go ahead and track your behaviors and send you anything that's relevant to you, because you remember there was a phase when you watched a product on Amazon and you wanted to buy it and you leave Amazon and go anywhere on the internet, the same product ad used to follow you, right? So those are some cookie-based personalization that is enabled. Now, a new addition to this, something that we have not been discussing very frequently and does not get discussed very often unless you're in the close part of the community, the marketing community, is chatbots and virtual agents and AI, virtual assistants and AI agents. Let me come back to that in a second. Let's take a second and understand what these are. All right. So there was a time when any website that you had visited had a small icon at the top bottom right where it says, click me or live chat or whatever, right? So what used to happen is you just go there, you put in something, and then the chat used to give you some response saying that we will contact you later or anything of that on those lines. Today, with AI and with the power of AI, chatbots have become very efficient. We are talking about huge corporations like Amazon, Netflix, and you also have Bank of America. You have a lot of Sephora. You have a lot of these companies, including Walmart. And Amazon also have come up with something called as Rofos in the recent past. So all these platforms are serving as great guides for you to go ahead and leverage these tools. These are not just chatbots anymore. They go ahead and guide you through the journey possible. Why does this happen? Why do we need chatbots at all? Is my question, right? So let's take a simple example. If it's my friend's birthday tomorrow and I really want to be sure that the product that I'm ordering is of the right size, for whatever reason, I go ahead and need some assistance. I would need to go ahead and get some assistance, whether it is a piece of jewelry that I'm buying for my fiance or my wife, and vice versa. So how do you do that? So with a chatbot like this, which is powered by AI, which is a powerhouse of options where it can help me guide and understand and get answers to a lot of questions, this is working 24/7, right? I might decide at 12 o'clock in the midnight saying that, oh, I forgot to buy a ring. Now, how do I go? I go to the website, I interact with the chatbot, and it gives me those solutions. In case my car broke down, for example, in case of a banking fraud, in case of situations where I need to get a refund and I remembered all of a sudden. Now, in those cases, these chatbots will serve as great guides. Let me give you a live example if you're wondering what I'm talking about. So let's go to this website called Drift. Right. So look at what products they offer. They have a lot of products in terms of conversations, deals, forecast rhythm, blah, blah, blah. Now let's say Drift. Give the buyers the experience they crave. 80% of purchasing decisions are based on buyer experiences. So you will get to know chat, conversational AI, and chatbot options. You can go ahead and access those. Now it is very cool. You see this? Great to see you today. How can I help? Now let's click on this and interact. Great to see you today. How can I help? I'd like to speak with sales. I'd like to learn more about SalesLoft. I'm a current customer, something else. Let's click on something else. Now, these are very careful. Current customer, press and careers, none of the above, right? I'm just going to say current customer. Welcome back. How can we help you today? Customer support, add more seats, learn about additional sales for SalesLoft. So anything that I want, I can pretty much go ahead and troubleshoot from here, right? So if I, let's say if I want to add more seats, right, write a reply. You got it. I just need to confirm a few things first in case we get disconnected. What is your business email? I'm just going to say test. Let's just play around with this, right? Test@test.com. Test@ytest.com. Right. Thanks for entering your engage buyers with person. Do you see how this is never-ending flow that is being customized? And it is not something where it is just asking, okay, give me your email ID and phone number, we'll get back to you. It is trying to help me genuinely get to the bottom of the issue that I have, or the concern that I'm trying to solve here, right? Engage buyers with personalized digital experiences. If that is what I'm wondering about, it'll give me further set of options. To get you to the right person, please estimate how many users you will need, right? 1 to 2. Right? Thank you for your interest. Now it's helping me as much as it could, and then it is helping me figure out what the best action would be going forward. So this is just something we are talking about in terms of a customer support platform, right? But there are tons and tons of shopping assistants and Bank of America banking solutions that have gone berserk over providing great solutions, right? Chatbots are not just bots which used to collect your details and say get back to you later. They have evolved beyond belief. Some of them host videos and can show you actions, can help you go ahead and fix a lot of things that will help you make purchase decisions. They can help you give you product overviews and a lot more than that, right? So then I have about 18 to 19 case studies that I have put together, right? I have about 18 case studies that I've put together, 18 real-time examples. So they're very similar. We'll just look at the first one so that you get an idea of what we're talking about. And I will send you just for click on the link in the description, and then I will send you this personally, where I have a full-blown document in terms of explaining what happened in each of these cases, including the tools that have been used, right? So sales personalization is one case study that we're talking about of when it comes to how you can use personalization to the maximum benefit. AWS, Amazon Web Services, AWS, which is Amazon Web Services, is the company. The problem they had was they needed to nurture a diverse range of enterprise prospects, offering highly personalized engagement at scale to close deals faster. So AWS is one of the most widely adopted technologies today, and they also have a huge list of customer bases. Now, for dealing with future prospects that were coming in, they also needed to provide highly personalized solutions. And how did they do it? They used a tool called Salesforce Einstein, and they may have used this to predict which leads were most likely to convert, and to personalize sales outreach with AI-driven insights on the best times to engage prospects. Now, there's a lot of things happening here. Now, they used a tool, which is an AI-powered tool called Salesforce Einstein. What that did was it identified, it scored leads based upon the chances of them converting. High score for high conversions and low score for people who didn't have a chance to convert at all, didn't have a better chance to convert. And then it used that to go ahead and craft personalized sales messages to these people at the best times to reach them. So this is all based upon the data that it has collected about a particular user, right? So this is how personalization was possible with sales for Amazon Web Services. Now, Spotify needed to enhance customer retention by improving user experience through personalized music recommendations. Now, if you look at your Spotify recommendations, it's crazy. It depends on what you have been listening to, what is your pattern, what are your behaviors, and then it goes ahead and suggests new playlists. If you are somebody who is constantly looking at workout music and gym music and things like that, it'll go ahead and craft those. It'll create separate playlists for you, and then it'll start pushing it onto your profile, saying that we have found something for you. Now, what did they do? They may have used Zendesk to offer personalized customer support based on individual user preferences. Its personalization algorithms may have curated playlists like Discover Weekly, tailored to users' music preferences. I remember I've been using this while I was working out for about a good 1 month, and then I was tired of only those 3 lists. And slowly what happened was I started seeing similar lists being pushed to my feed, saying, discover this playlist. It is something similar to what you've been listening to. You will also like this kind of suggestions, right? So I will go ahead and put these all in a document and then share it with you. But those are like 18-ish, 20-ish case studies, right? Now, it only takes about 15 minutes to go ahead and develop a personalized strategy. I really need to go ahead. I really need to help you understand something. Tools are not that important. There are tons of tools which will help you with personalization. Most of them are enterprise. The only reason they're being enterprise tools is because people who are solopreneurs and people who are small businesses, people who are marketers would not need that kind of functionality unless they have a huge base of customers or the huge technicalities that they're dealing. So typically these are all enterprise. But what is more important for you and I as marketers is to understand the strategy behind this. The whole personalization strategy can be divided into 3 parts. The first part is data collection. The second part is something to do with, second part deals with segmenting your customers or your, what kind of segments do you want to focus on. Third comes to the creation of content or whatever you want to go ahead and share it with these segments. Now, the first thing is data collection. Data collection happens, I'll just illustrate it in a simple way. Now, data collection, when we're talking about data collection, we're talking about customer feedback, individual customer feedback from direct surveys and feedback forms, their behavioral data, insights into what the browsing patterns are, how they have interacted in the website, did they interact with social profiles, did they respond to my emails, did they open the email, and things like that. Purchase history is about how frequently they purchased, what did they purchase, what is their scale of purchase, how long, what is the frequency of purchase, and things like that. Demographics is characteristics like age, gender, location for segmentation. So this is the first step, right? All the tools that we are talking about, the personalization tools, will help you with these aspects. Now then comes segmentation, which only strategizing takes about 5 minutes, which means you define your segments based upon what is your product and what is your goal. Then you segment them involving your audiences into groups based upon shared characteristics. There are people who only are interested in beauty products and they're very quick buyers. They're only interested in elite products, high ticket products, right? You identify those behaviors, put them into a segment, then move to the next level, create content which appeals to them, customize it to them, and send it. Now, similarly, methods of segmentation, you can segment them on demographics, behaviors, psychographics. So the third stage that we're talking about, which is, this is how segmentations work, right? Now, demographic sections are grouping customers by age, gender, and income. Behavioral segmentation is on the basis of their brand interactions. How did they behave with the brand in the past? Understanding their lifestyles and values for personalized marketing. This is psychographic segmentation. The third and the most important part is the content creation. Now, content creation can be emails, it can be ads, it can be push notifications, it can be SMS, it can be emails, it can be anything. It can be videos, it can be one-on-one consulting, anything, right? So how does this happen? Dynamic content is something which is very, very, very major. Now, platforms, a simple platform like HubSpot can help you do this. Based upon people coming from US should go to a particular page where, depending upon the IP that the person is coming from, the website automatically routes them to the landing page that belongs to US or Canada, vice versa, right? So that is something which is very, very important. And you can go ahead and create these dynamic landing pages using tools like HubSpot and all the personalization tools like VWO, Visual Website Optimizer, etc. You measure the effectiveness of what are the open rates, what are the click-through rates, what are the conversion rates. Take user-generated content and craft experiences based on that. If somebody has always had a good experience, show them relevant stuff. If somebody has had a bad experience, acknowledge that, and then start moving to the next level. So making marketing materials, if you have things which can appeal to those guys. For example, if somebody who is not shopping often on your platform, you can go ahead and send them material in terms of what is the best buyer loyalty program that you have, right? So you can share those things, personalized to those people's behavior. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is where anybody who ever wants to personalize their marketing can go ahead and leverage AI tools to do that. So just to repeat, if you need a list of that blueprint, which I spoke about in terms of what is the approach you need to follow, what are the tools, and what are the 20 odd case studies that we spoke about, please refer to the link below, and then I'll be able to send them to you, and you should be able to download it. Okay, this is how you map your customer journey with AI personalization. Thank you so much. Until next time, this is Casey signing off. Ciao.